empty, and I got called back by a Tunisian station, 3V8LL. So had a quick witty chat, which was quite nice, but otherwise FT8's working a treat, and obviously all the VHF bands are working perfectly now. And I must say, the output power is good now compared to when I sent it in, so they've obviously done a fair bit of work. And it did actually go to Yaesu for the correction, and it did turn out, as I put in the notes on WhatsApp, to be the flat ribbon cable with the crystalline growth structure. So there we go. And last night's talk I thought was excellent. I haven't reviewed it again yet, but I've got it stored up in my to watch later on, probably this evening or tomorrow morning. I'm busy doing grass cutting in 5 areas the last couple of days, so I'll have the rest tonight. So back to you there, M0AUG, the group, GM4JKZ. GM4JKZ, the group M0AUG. Yes, hello, Keith. Quite a few bomb boats on the over there. Nothing that stops us understanding what you were telling us, and finally you got the 2000 back again, and look forward to listening to it when you got it all lined up again. So over to Skeleton now. G6MJQ in the group, M0AUG, giving it. Yeah, good evening, everyone. And it's a sunny evening. It's a sunny morning, so we did some gardening this morning. And then it went suddenly dull around 1 p.m. and then bright up again this evening. So, yeah, we're having a massive effort on the gardening right now. Working in with a part-time garden designer and gardener, trying to turn it around a bit, make it now. Yeah, and yeah, we'll put something in to get on the next evening. Early supper today. No, I wasn't cooking. I'm there washing up the film. Don't use the dishwasher. It's good for my rheumatic hands to get past in hot water. Always get into hot water somewhere. Anyway, we'll be on the next evening. M0AUG, G6MJQ. G6MJQ in the group, M0AUG. Yeah, could tell us how you back up on that again, was it? Fine on the project on the garden. Or is that the honest, I'm sure. Over to you then, Lou. JKJJ in the group, M0AUG. Good evening. G8KJJ returning to M0AUG. Yes, good evening, Jeff, and good evening to everyone in the group. The WX in Michigan, it's been good all day until late afternoon. We had a short shower, and that was followed by more sun. So excellent weather, really. The garden needed the rain, so I was quite pleased about that. And the temperature about 23 Celsius, so not too warm and very pleasant. I haven't listened to looked at the presentation last night, but I did last weekend have a look at the presentation on the antenna shootout on Rhode Island, and was very interested in that, and I found it had a lot of information which was very useful. I might have a little bit more to say about that in the next over. Land conditions, as far as nothing is concerned, over the past week, 10 and 12 have been generally poor. 20 meters has been the best. There have been some openings on 6 meters, 2 meters, although I've not heard anything special other than European, Eastern European and Mediterranean stations. So all in all, not a bad week, but certainly 10 meters and 12 meters was pretty poor. So back to you, Jeff, and the group G8KJJ.
Share the group M0 HV. Yes, fine, I'm not Lou. Yeah, like you, I got both last night and the week before um, YouTube to catch up on. There's been a lot going on just recently, and it's just not been sensible for me to be doing things on a Wednesday evening. It's not as Thursday. But that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, over to you, Jeff and Belgium. Oscar November 8, November Tango in the group. M0 AUG. Good evening, Jeff.
Mike, 0 AUG group with 8 November Tango. Very good evening to you and a very good afternoon to both, I think, and to everyone who is on the YouTube channel. Weather-wise, well, we have 27 degrees. It really feels hot, actually. Tomorrow we will go for 32 Celsius, which is even hotter. And I think tomorrow evening we will get some thunder and lightning. So that's the weather report. As for next week, we will actually get around 25, 26 degrees. So that's quite impressive, I must say. Yeah, the Zoom session yesterday, I really enjoyed that. Of course, I heard the presentation in Leuven, not the conference. But anyway, it was very useful to hear it for a second time because it is quite heavy stuff. It is quite, quite difficult, I think, to understand. But if you listen for a second or a third time, which I will surely do, you get to understand more what he is speaking about. And I'm actually quite impressed that some of his experiments could actually be done by amateurs, by people at home with an SDR combo, with simple antennas, with free software.
Got two very, very good talks. Got two very, very good talks. Look forward to. We'll see whether we can catch it up over this weekend. We'll see if we can catch it up in the early part of next week. Over to you, Nick. G4IW in the group. M0AUG.
M0AUG in the group from G4IW. Good evening, everyone, and nice to see everyone. Apologies that I had to miss last week's. Yeah, it's been a busy day for me today, not particularly radio related, unfortunately. I was having to do some work on upgrading our alarm system here, so I've been up a ladder, playing around and connecting up various devices on the UHF spectrum and above to link it all together. But it's all working now, so pleased about that. Yeah, I enjoyed very much last night's talk, and completely by accident, we ended up with two very similar meetings because the guys that came over from Rhode Island, I really enjoyed the format of these members of another radio club talking about what they did and what they enjoyed and how it went. And then we had a bit of that last night with Bernard's friends from Belgium and Holland joining in the meeting as well, who were doing a similar thing. And I really like the concept of that, that we've got effectively other radio clubs coming along and participating with us in our own meeting. I find that very refreshing, and at the same time sharing a talk as well. We have got a bit of a problem on YouTube this evening, by the way, Jeff. It does keep dropping out, and it's struggling now to reconnect. It dropped off while Jeff ON8NT was talking, and it's struggling to reconnect. So I hope it does eventually. Not sure what the problem is there, but lots of other things to talk about, and I will cover those on the next over. M0AUG in the group, G4IWO.